episode of Spyt-Takes. My name is Jens Anderson, aka Spytle, and I am your host. This is my lovely co-host, Ellen Anderson.
Why, hello.
Hello to you as well. So we're going to be talking about last week's episode of Gotham. This was a tremendous episode. There was a lot of storylines going on, and we're going to go from sort of the minor storylines all the way up to the major storyline. Okay. Which, ironically, I think one of the minor storylines involves Bruce Wayne. Why Bruce Wayne is a minor storyline in a show like Gotham is not beyond me, because this show is actually predating Batman, of course. And it's really a show about Jim Gordon in the Gotham City Police Department. Although it's about the origins of all these people and how Gotham and Batman came to be. So let's start with that one. So we haven't seen Bruce and Alfred in several episodes. They've been like totally MIA. We don't even know where they've been. Well, we find out. They've been in Switzerland. Apparently, they've been in their chalet that they own there.
Hey, that's where I go when I want to escape.
You go to your chalet?
My Swiss chalet.
You have it. Why are you holding out on me? Who are you going to the Swiss chalet with?
Swiss people.
Okay. There's some Swiss dude skiing down the slope in the chalet. I know it. All right. Anyway, so you go to your chalet. That's great. Thanks. Maybe bring me one time. I'd like to go have some melted cheese and wine.
You mean
what
fondue?
do they? Is that fondue? Do they eat fondue in the chalet?
And chocolate.
Exactly.
And
see, she knows far too much about this. She really does have a Swiss chalet.
Coffee? I don't know.
Swiss coffee.
I do know, however, I don't know much about Switzerland, but I do know, however, that it costs like $48 for a burger or something ridiculous.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yes,
I would wither and die, which might be a good thing, actually. Yes. So Bruce and Alfred come back, and Bruce is on this quest to find Selina. He's looking for Selina everywhere. And eventually he comes across Ivy. He sees Ivy, who is this little...
Gutter snipe.
Yeah, I was going to say snotty street urchin, but I like gutter snipe better.
Gutter snipe.
Extorting them for the information.
Which is what any good gutter snipe should do.
Extortion?
Yes.
It's like gutter sniping 101.
Yes.
Extortion.
Yes.
Learn how to ask for money for information. So yeah, we see her extort them for some money, but she does actually give Selina the message that Bruce has been looking for her, because she shows up at Gotham Manor.
And she's Selina's friend.
Yes, she is, because Selina helped her get better. Actually, so that storyline, we realized she actually did get better. So Selina shows up, and Bruce gives her this snow globe as a present from Switzerland, I guess, because like it's a sentimental gift. I was thinking about you this whole time. And basically, you know, out of friendship, out of, I don't know, a young crush, young love, asks her to stay in Wayne Manor so she can be safe, so that she can be taken care of. And of course she declines, which crushes him. Right,
because, you know, to him, they've got a bond.
Yeah, they have a bond. Because all that they went through when the assassins came to kill her. And he helped her live. And
she could possibly be a link to discovering the murder of his father.
Right. Which she all of a sudden denies. She gets really annoyed with him when he kind of implies that she could have a better life with him at Wayne Manor. And I thought this was great, because the writers really nail the character of Selina, even at this young age. Because when they're older and Bruce and her are, you know, more mature, and they're doing their kind of dance with each other romantically, she is like a cat. She is exactly like a cat. Anytime you corner her or whatever, she gets very fickle, and she said, "Fuck you. Nope, I don't want anything to do with you. You know, this is my terms. I'm not going to give a piece of myself to you." It's me giving up freedom. She's very independent. So I thought that was very cool that she did that in this episode. Just absolutely crushed him like that. Says, "Scram, son, you're annoying me. Don't bother me anymore, kid."
Just like a cat.
Just like a cat. Yes.
Pet me, love me, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Pet me, love me. Where's my food? I just shit in the box. Go clean that up. There's too much shit in the box. I'm going to go poop on your bed. That's basically a cat. Oh my God. Do you know what happened recently? Really quick side thing. So on Twitter, the person that follows me that plays DCUO, Crystal Zorel, I think she lives over in Europe, actually. She tweeted out...
I think it's Crenell.
I think she changed it to
Oh.
Zor-El now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it used to be Crystal Crenel. Now I think it's Crystal Zor-El. I don't know.
I'm so last year.
Yeah, you're so behind on the L names that are going through Twitter these days. Anyway, she's always asking to have Streaky the Super Cat come into the game. And she retweeted something from Cat Emergency or Pet, something about like some place that like rescues cats. And they had said like, this cat snuggled up to a baby, an abandoned baby, in an alley during a blizzard to keep it warm and keep it alive. And I meant to reply to her, but I actually replied to the cat rescue place.
Oh my god, I don't know if I want to know.
And I go, you can't ask the cat what its intentions were. More than likely, it was trying to suck the heat out of the baby so it could stay alive. Crickets. No response from the cat rescue place, surprisingly. So I realized what I had done, and then, of course...
They probably did, like, the cat stare.
They were like, what a dick. Yeah. Not good. Anyway. So, yeah, Catwoman, very cat-like, very Selena-like in this show, which is awesome. Other minor storyline... Well, not minor, but other storyline going on was Fish Mooney and Penguin. So Penguin wins. Fish is fucked. Fish is completely screwed. She gets caught in her ruse. Penguin undoes her plans. Falcone finds out. Falcone, however you want to pronounce it, finds out about it, and she's taken to be tortured, which is bad news for her.
I got a little squeamish.
Did you?
Well, you know, there are certain things that, you know, I can watch a lot of horror movies. There's certain things that bother me because I love horror movies.
You watch the operating channels.
Like literally, I can take that stuff, but when it comes to torture, I do get squeamish.
Yeah.
I can even take cannibalism, but the torture stuff.
Oh, your cannibalism, I'm fine. Fry me up a human ass burger and I'm good. But torture, no.
I'm squeamish, so I got a little squeamish when they started that scene off.
So you'd have trouble torturing someone for information, but you would be fine on eating like somebody's leg.
No,
if they were
I'm
dead.
not fine with eating it.
Because I need to establish some lines here.
Well, I'm talking movies here where it's not real. It's not like I'm watching a documentary on cannibalism. No, seriously though, the torture stuff gets me squeamish.
Yeah, the torture stuff is weird. And Fish was kind of build herself up, but she gets rescued by Butch, who escapes from his captors, and they go on the run. And they go back to to Fish Mooney's place, where Penguin has been launching this celebration, which was creepy to me. I mean, his mom was there, Carol Kane. You love Carol Kane. Yeah,
she's nutty. I really love her. I always love her and her characters. They're always kind of similar.
But they're kooky and wacky, and and for this as the Mrs. Cobblepot, it's kind of perfect. Right. She and Oswald have a creepy kind of relationship, if you ask me. She's like sponge bathing him and massages and stuff like that.
He's a little embarrassed by her.
You think?
Right?
Yeah.
But I feel bad for him. I mean, he has this party. You know, his mom is there. He's got this band there on stage, and he invites Jim Gordon.
Right, Jim shows up,
which is part of it. Doesn't have any friends.
That's part of a different storyline, which we'll get into the main storyline. But anyway, his little celebration, which was really creepy, because I thought at one point he was going to start making out with the bar. Like, you know, he was getting his bender on and drinking, and then he's
all by himself. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I expected him to break out singing any moment. All by myself. Or Divinals. You know, I expected him. You know.
Oh, with the bar when he's like getting all busy with the bar.
I thought he was gonna start touching himself.
That's good. Maybe he'd start ironing his shirt on the bar and like, yeah, that would be creepy. So anyway, he's celebrating. Fish comes in with Butch, and they start beating the crap out of him.
Right.
But Zsasz, meanwhile, Victor Zsasz, is on the trail of Fish and Butch, who have escaped.
So I was completely unfamiliar with that character.
Yeah, Zsasz is cool. Zsasz, when he makes a kill, he actually etches counts into his skin. So his whole body is covered with like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the slash for 5 hash marks all over it.
So it's like kind of like a psychotic.
Yeah.
Little bit of emo.
He's a murderous cutter. I don't know why, but he's a murderous cutter. And he has like in this particular series, he has kind of a skill, but it's like it's a cool skill, but he also has like a weakness that's directly opposite to that skill, right? So like he can like Aquaman, right? Let's bring up Aquaman. So Aquaman can command fish. He doesn't talk to fish. He commands fish. It's different. He commands fish. He can breathe underwater. But in the old series, if he got out of water, he would start weakening, right? So he had to like baste himself with water all the time, which is ridiculous. So, you know, trade-off right there. And Zsasz apparently has a trade-off in this. He is amazing at dodging bullets. First episode, we see him, somebody shoots at him, he does a backflip, bullet misses him. This episode, Butch tries to shoot him, and he's like, woo! He like does the Neo on it, totally misses him. But he can't hit shit. He like misses everybody when he shoots.
Do you think he's good at dodgeball?
He might, you know what? He might be good at dodgeball. He might have been trained by Patches McAdams himself. Patches O'Houlihan. Yeah, what is it? Dip, duck, dodge, dive, and dip or dodge?
I can't
What's
remember.
When he repeats? We need Patches to tell us what it is.
Just remember the 5 D's of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
But if you can dodge a wrench...
You can dodge a bullet. That's apparently what we learned here today. Yes. So Mooney gets away because Butch helps her, and Zsasz takes Butch into custody, which is awesome because Butch is a cool character, and I don't want to see him go anywhere yet. And meanwhile, at the end of it, Mooney has to leave town, and we see Bullock helping her leave town. So her and Bullock have actually had a relationship in the past. Like, I think Bullock loved her, or loves her now still.
Yeah, and it was kind of a tender moment. I mean, you kind of saw those two together, and it's like almost like they were out of character.
Yeah.
Their character they play in the show.
They were vulnerable with each other.
They were vulnerable, and they dropped all the pretense, and it was just them.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool.
It was cool. So then the other storyline going on, pretty major one, was with Gordon. This is the main storyline. It starts out there's a murder. This involves the entire narcotics division of the Gotham City Police Department, and apparently they're corrupt. There's this guy named Arnold Flass, who is a character from the comics and was actually in Batman Begins. I think he was the dude who gets the falafel and Batman strings him up and like, I swear to God, he's a swear to me. I think that's Flass. I'll have to look it up though and see. But he was in this, and he's like the head of the narcotics division. And totally corrupt. He's actually running a drug trade and is protected by some really high ups. And Gordon's on the case now, so there's a murder at the beginning. Flass is there, and there's a night janitor who is a witness and comes down to the police department to do a police sketch, and he gets murdered, just flat out stabbed by someone. And they're investigating like how this happened. And Nigma's there, right?
What did he get stabbed with?
That's what Nigma figures out. It's an ice pick, and he makes a riddle. He's like, somebody's like, what happened, Nigma? Bullock, I think, and he's like, what's strong enough to smash a ship but still fears the sun? You don't know? Are you stumped?
Ice pick.
Ice, not ice pick, an ice. So it's like an ice pick. He makes his riddle. And, of course, Bullock is annoyed. Which actually, there was another storyline with Nigma. Let's segue into that really quick, where he and Kristen Kringle, who's the like filing assistant.
Kris Kringle?
No, yeah. Maybe some kind of Santa Claus reference there, but I don't know. I think that he gives her a card, and she kind of lets it out to the rest of the police department, and actually Flass is there, and they read it, and it's got poetry in it, and he tried to pour his heart out to her and just be nice to her and do something sweet, and it ended up he got mocked to his face about it. So she feels bad, and she approaches him later and says she loved the poem and thought it was thoughtful and stuff. And there's a lot of theories on the internet that she's going to be Harley Quinn, but I don't think so. That because Harley Quinn is Harley Quinzel, and she's with the Joker.
Yeah,
why would she be
Kristen
with...
Kringle sounds like Santa Claus.
Yeah, kind of. But Riddler has these two henchmen, Query and Echo. Mm-hmm. Henchwomen, I should say. And
Hench ladies.
so maybe I think she might end up being Query or Echo.
Interesting.
Yeah, that could happen. All right, so back to the main storyline. Gordon is trying to track down these people. He seeks Penguin for help. When Penguin's having his party, Gordon shows up and says, I can't get any information on all this. All the cops are being super tight and insular and covering with each other. And I need information about this one detective. And so, but nobody can get hurt. Penguin agrees. He sends off his thug to go get some information. Meanwhile, Bullock is Gordon's asking Bullock for help all the time. Like, help me crack this, man. And I love this relationship between the two of them because Bullock represents this like old, this veteran seasoned inside man on the corruption of the Gotham Police Department. And here comes Gordon, this new white shining knight, right? Or shining white knight, who's going to come in and try and change things. And without Bullock having that inside information and being his partner and helping him and feed him the information, he just sat on Penny's head.
I know.
And he would be nowhere. He would be getting nothing. And so Bullock is being dragged toward the light to help his partner, and Gordon's able to plunge into the darkness and root it out as a result. Very cool dynamic going on with these two characters. Fantastic. So anyway, he gets what he needs from people. Penguin his guy actually tortures this detective's wife while interrogating the detective for information. Gets the information he needs, and basically Flass is fingered for the murder, and Gordon tries to arrest him, and Flass is like, screw you, I have immunity. They said that the Internal Affairs said it was suicide, all this stuff, or CSI or whatever it is, said it was suicide. And Gordon holds up his badge and is like, they came in here believing in this, and Flass used this to protect himself.
And he's doing that in front of like the entire...
Yeah, he's acting so cocky, and it doesn't work. The captain is a huge turning point. Gordon really establishes himself as a leader and somebody who can change things, and the captain actually arrests Flask. So it's a huge kind of coup as for upending the status quo.
Big turning point for Jim Gordon.
Awesome stuff. So
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, for sure. A bat signal at the end of the tunnel.
Well, don't go that far.
Okay.
I think there's many years.
Yeah.
To come for that.
Oh God. I mean, Bruce is tiny still. He's a little ankle biter. So good episode. Really love the casting of this show, and as far as being a network, a show, it gets the budget it needs. It has great casting. Fantastic stuff. Really look forward to the next episode.
Yep. Producers and writers, good job with this
Good job. Keep it up. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of Spyt-Takes. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye. Take care.
Later.